Okay, the consultation. The consultation was a necessity for Lewisham Council because unless they had performed one, they could not have been in a position of issuing compulsory purchase orders that they might need to issue if the case of leaseholders of the San Luis estates would be unwilling to leave, jeopardizing the project. And this is stated at paragraphs 8.2 to 8.5 of this document. But since they were performing consultation, somebody must have thought that they could have killed two pigeons with one stone. And if the set of questions would have included questions on housing as well as questions on leisure, they could have claimed that they had involved the residents in deciding the specifications of the leisure centre. So here are the 5 questions, or better 4 questions, because the fifth, oddly, is how do you think we could involve children and young people in the design of the new pool? And many answered, as we suggested, that it would be better to involve adults first. Anyway, the 4 questions that are more relevant are about things that is difficult to disagree with. In principle, do you think that these sites should be developed for a high-density, high-quality mixed-use scheme, which includes new homes, new shops, and community uses in the new leisure centre? Yes. Do you think a mixture of housing, including 1, 2, and 3 bedroom and above, should be provided at these sites? Yes, it's okay. You don't need to build all 1 bedrooms. You can build different. Do you think the new pool should have 6 or 8 lanes? Should they have asked this, I wonder? Because I think that actually the council should know how much swimming pool they need to provide for the residents. And oddly enough, they had a document telling them this. And the document was kept private. It was mentioned only after we asked for it to be made public. They made it public. And then we read it through, and we discovered it was full of mistakes, assumptions, errors. And so we wrote this critique, and we delivered it to the Lewisham Council, we made it public to the press. The Lewisham Council had to recognize that the document was falling short of the expectations. So the document actually is not mentioned here in this new one that goes to Mayor and Cabinet on Wednesday. Therefore, I think that it has ceased to be as it should. So now the Council is in the position in which it doesn't have an authoritative document telling them how much leisure centre they need to provide. Or better, they have all the documents that tell them that they need to provide more, but maybe they didn't like them. That's why they commissioned a new one. It could be. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying that it could be. Anyway, then question 4. Would you like to see conventional single-sex or mixed village-style facilities? And people said all sorts of things in this meaningless thing. And anyway, the summary of this document that goes to the Mayor on Wednesday, point 1.2 says, initial public consultation has taken place, and this has demonstrated that there is overwhelming support for the proposed new leisure facility to provide a 25-meter, 8-lane competition pool and teaching pool. Is there overwhelming support? So what did people answer to this question? Would you have 6 or 8 lanes? Like if in the world you could have only 6 or 8. A significant number of respondents did not answer this question, as we had suggested. However, of the 62% that did, most would prefer 8 lanes rather than 6. So let me see. An overwhelming support. This has demonstrated that there is overwhelming support for the proposed new leisure facility. That's why I'm saying I feel insulted. I think that there is some people that is incredibly arrogant, extravagantly paid by our taxes, that devise rounds of papers like these to misuse our money and deprive us of our community assets. And that's why I feel insulted. I do feel insulted. And I think that you should feel the same. And that's why I think that Mayor Bullock would not want to see himself associated with this. And that's why I'm asking to reject this. And that's why I'm asking to send him a message of support. Because it's due time that somebody takes a stand. He's the mayor, he's representing us, he's got all the power, and he can do it. And I would be very happy if he would do so. So, please send him a message.